back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys a curly hair tutorial, how I style my natural curls and have non-frizz curly bouncy hair. This has been a highly requested video ever since I've been rocking my natural hair texture. I've definitely improved my curls because I had years of damaged hair, so I would have like half curls, a lot of straight pieces, some in-between waves. My texture was dry, my ends were split, and I would just kind of mask it by flat ironing my hair. And I love straight hair, and sometimes I miss straightening my hair, but part of the reason why I wanted to embrace my curly hair is because since I was little, I was not confident when my hair was curly. And I think this is just due to the cultural brainwashing that we all face where in Western society, I live in the United States, we really focus on and praise European beauty, so blonde hair, silky light brown hair, and light colored eyes. And yes, those things are beautiful, but so is curls of all sizes and textures and different styles of hair from different cultures around the world. My background is Cuban and Colombian, but I did an ancestry test and actually found out that it goes to majority Spain, and then about 25% Native American, and then after that it is split up between Italian, French, African, and those are the majority percentages that make up my background. So I'm kind of a mix of things. My mom has super curly, like tight spiral curls. My curls are a little bit bigger than hers, and my dad has pin straight hair. My brother got the straight hair, my sister got like mermaid waves, and then I got like the next curliest hair in my immediate family. As soon as I was 11 years old, I started flat ironing my hair. I've dyed it a million times. I went back to my natural black hair color within the past couple of years, but still flat ironed it to have like straight Pocahontas type hair, which I love, but I wanted to rock my natural curls, and anytime that I didn't have time to straighten my hair would be so crazy that I would just put it in like a braid or like a top knot or something to kind of hide the mess that it was. I got inspired by this like natural hair movement on social media. Some of the curly hair gurus that I started following them because I was amazed that girls could make their curls look this good, and I thought that I was just kind of doomed with these like damaged curls. And I wanted to rejuvenate them, so I told my boyfriend to hide my flat iron, and I still don't know where it is. So all I have is my blow dryer and some curly hair products. So before I go into how I wash and style and this whole tutorial thing, I'm gonna go over a couple of hair care topics. So if you're straightening your hair, you're not going to be able to rejuvenate your curls. So if you have naturally curly hair, just get rid of your straightener, put it, or tell somebody to hide it for you or take it from you, because on the days that you have like weird hair days, you're gonna really be tempted to straighten it. And once you straighten it, you kind of take a couple steps backwards. I already made that mistake. So do not straighten your hair. Do not use high heat on your hair. You can color your hair and still kind of maintain your curls, but from what I've read, I don't do like, I don't lighten my hair. So what I've read is if you do lighten your hair to try to go in like highlights or just pieces, you don't want to like completely dye your hair a lighter color, because that could be very damaging to it. But I'm not a hair expert, so do your own research, talk to your hairdresser, find a hairdresser. Number two, find a hairdresser that knows curly hair, that they know how to cut it, style it, and what to use on you and what to recommend you. So my hairdresser, her Instagram is Color by Kelly. She's local to me, she's vegan, so she does all vegan products on me. So she kind of helped me go down the natural product route, and she gave me a curly cut. Not an extreme curly cut, but like a minimal one, because I wanted to keep as much length as possible. So a curly cut is when they cut off all the dead pieces and all the dead curls. Usually that requires cutting off a lot of hair, and like I said, I didn't want to lose my length, so it wasn't like a full curly cut, but you can see I have like shorter pieces here, and that's just from Kelly cutting my hair that way. So look up curly hairdressers, people that know how to do the curly cut. Number 3, avoid all sulfates. I'm going to show you guys all of the products that I use, the shampoo, the curling products and everything, and I use things that are sulfate free. I use vegan products because I always shop cruelty free, and I try to find vegan products, which means there's no animal byproduct in the ingredients. Those are just plain good for you. So the products that I'm going to be using today is from a company called OrganiGrowHairCo, and it's based out of California, and their products are vegan, cruelty-free, all organic. The ingredient list is super short and simple, so you know what you're putting on your head. The third thing, I don't know what number I'm on. The next thing is to not wash your hair too often, because we don't want to dry out our hair. We want it to kind of maintain some of the natural oils. That's going to keep it from being frizzy. If you wash it too much, you're going to dry out your scalp. So you'll probably end up getting a dry scalp. You're going to get really frizzy hair. So wash it as little as possible. And the final thing that I want to tell you guys before we go into how I wash and style it is to, if you can, do deep conditioning treatments as often as possible. The deep conditioning treatment that I use whenever I have time to do it, I haven't honestly had time to do it a whole lot recently, is also from OrganiGrow, and it's called Prepoo, and it's a bunch of oils, and you put them on, cover your hair will be really greasy. You can put like a cap over it or tie it up in a bun and leave it like that for as long as possible. You can even sleep like that, and then you wash it and then shampoo your hair. There's different ones that you can use. That's just the one that I use, and it makes a massive difference. If I could do it every other night, I would, but I just can't always afford to have like this oily mess on my head because it's just a little inconvenient for me. So those are my hair care tips, and of course eating a healthy diet and drinking lots of water, because your hair is an extension of what's going on in your body. So that's why when you see people with nutrient deficiencies, they can end up losing their hair, or their hair can become really brittle or may not grow as much. So make sure that you're getting in full range of vitamins and minerals and micronutrients by eating a healthy diet. If you have any questions on what I eat, just check out my what I eat in a day videos, and you'll see I eat vegetables, fruits, and grains and beans and all those things. So now I'm going to show you guys how I wash my hair, how I dry it and style it to get it to be these nice curls. Alright, so I just washed my hair, and what? Okay, so I just washed my hair, and first things first, you want to use shampoo that doesn't have artificial ingredients or sulfates, because those things can affect your natural curl. So for shampoo and conditioner, I use OrganiGrowHairCo Growtein Deep Moisture Condish and Growpoo Clarifying Shampoo. I wash my hair first, lather, rinse, repeat if you have to, and then for conditioning, this is something that you obviously want your hair for the curls to be as spiral and smooth and not frizzy as possible. You want them to be really moisturized, so conditioner is kind of a key component here. So the way that I put conditioner in my hair is after it's all washed, I use conditioner starting from the bottom up, and I work my way up, and I detangle my hair completely, and then I run conditioner through it from root to end, and then I kind of wrap it up in like a little bun, not with a hair tie. I just kind of twist it into like a big twist, and then I leave it like that for a couple of minutes while I like wash my body, shave my legs, or do whatever else I have to do in the shower. And then I rinse out the conditioner last with cold water. So I take like a warm shower, and then right before I get out, I turn it cold and I rinse it out with cold water. That's a trick that I learned in hair school to close the cuticle of the hair so that it's as least frizzy as possible. So again, OrganiGrowHairCo is all vegan and sulfate free, and it's made with all natural ingredients, which is why I like it, and it's been my favorite. I tried out a lot of different curly hair shampoo and conditioners, and I didn't really like them. A lot of them felt sticky, or they were too heavy, or they weren't heavy enough. So these two work really well, and the Growpoo and Growtein, it's supposed to help as far as hair growth goes. I haven't really paid attention to my hair growth since I've been using it for the past couple months, but I mean, obviously my hair has grown. So now after that's all done, I rinse it out with cold water, and when I get out of the shower, you want to style your hair while it's still really wet, so I just squeeze a little bit of the water out, and then the next key component is to use a microfiber towel. I didn't know about this until this year when I started my curly hair journey, and it's been so awesome. This is just from the Curly Co, and I think it was like $10–15, but you can just look up microfiber towel on Amazon or find one at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and then you're going to use this. This will help prevent the frizz rather than a regular towel. And if you don't have like one, or you're waiting for yours to come in from your online order, you can just use like a t-shirt or anything. Or sometimes if I'm traveling and I don't have this, or I have to put this in the washer or something like that, I'll just use like a t-shirt or like a sweatshirt that's clean, of course. So squeeze the water out. A lot of girls who, when you have curly hair, you have to use a lot of product and oils in your hair, and if you're doing this whole styling process while you're wearing like a tank top or a bra, then you're gonna get lots of product all over your skin, and you could get a lot of, you could like cause your skin to break out on your back and your chest, just because you don't need all those products and oils touching your skin. So I recommend wearing a bathrobe or just like using the towel like this to protect your skin. So now, these are my two main products that I use in my hair. These are pretty much the only things that I use in my hair, and I travel and everywhere with them. So this is also from OrganiGrowHairCo. It's called Conditioning Curling Custard for low to medium porosity hair. They have different products depending on different porosities, and then I use just straight up argan oil, which I can get at like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, or Amazon. Those are like kind of good places to find these products. But all of these curly hair products, they come with instructions, and I've done it with the instructions, and I've also just experimented my own way. Your hair is different, everybody's curls are different, so you kind of have to figure out what works for you. This is what works for me. You might want to try the exact instructions on the bottle before you try finding your own way. So I try to put my hair in whatever way it's going to part while it's still wet, because once it dries that way, it's just not, there's really no going back. So we'll say it's going to part over here right now. And now I like to split my hair into sections. Shake this up a little bit. And I'm going to take like a quarter size amount and start from the bottom, and I like to like make sure the bottoms are like really coated. The ends of your hair are like messed up, or you have lots of split ends, your curls are just going to be wild and frizzy. So I take this and I put it all over. And for the, make sure I get all of that on there. And for the argan oil, I put a little bit while my hair is wet, but this is mainly something I use to separate my curls and protect the frizz once it's already dried and I'm like styling and poofing it out. But your hair can absorb it while it's wet and it'll like soak in, so I like to put it in there as well. And something that's different when you're styling curls rather than when you're styling straight hair or hair that is thinner is that you don't want a lot of product up here. I put like not a lot, but just a little bit of product up here because I want it to be smooth. And like I said, everybody's hair is going to be different, so if your hair is somebody who gets oily really fast, you probably don't want to put any product up here and keep it just like here down. With product, you want to use a diffuser and cold air. So you can get a really fancy, expensive blow dryer that has a diffuser already attached to it, but those can get really expensive, or you can just buy a little rubber one and it can attach to almost any single hair dryer. And I bought this also from the Curly Co, but I've seen them at TJ Maxx and Marshall's and on Amazon. And my blow dryer is so ancient. I've had it since I was 17. but does the job. And now I'm gonna put it on cold air. If I'm in a rush, like I'm styling my hair to go somewhere, I'll switch it back and forth from cold to medium, but you don't want to put it on heat. Like I said, you want to avoid heat if you're trying to restore your curls and you're on your curly hair journey. Just keep it completely cold air or let it naturally air dry. Sometimes I will just let my hair air dry like this, but to get the curls as like bouncy and shaped as possible, this is the best way to go. So now I'm going to take the blow dryer and I'm going to cup it in sections and kind of cup it up to my head and dry it for a couple of seconds, and then do that again all over my head with the cold air. I just want to take a pause to say that as your curls are drying, you might see some that are frizzy or some that are not quite as like spiraled, or some that are tangled. Don't touch them. Just keep drying it like this. If you do touch it, like cup it and you can scrunch it if you need to like stop. Like if it's really frizzy, you can stop and put some more curling product in it or like a little bit of oil, but don't separate the curls, don't pull them, don't run your fingers through your hair. We'll get to that when it's dry. So once you use the diffuser to dry all of your curls, the next thing you want to do is separate your curls and style it and fluff it. So like I said before, I was trying to part my hair this way, but it's kind of fighting me because I have a natural middle part. So now I'm going to take some argan oil, and there's some other good like curly hair styling products, but I keep it really simple. And you kind of want to use a lot, and some curly hair, making a mess, have naturally curly, thick, or coarse hair, you know that it takes a lot to make your hair greasy, and we don't want frizzies. So my hands are all like oiled up, and starting from the bottom, I'm going to separate the curls. And you want to make sure you have a lot of product going on. I try to do it like one by one if possible, because if you just run your fingers through it, you kind of won't get the same thing you want. So you want to separate the curls. And that is how I style my curly hair. It's been a journey. It's still not perfect. I still have some curls that are a lot less curly than the rest of my hair, but I've definitely made a lot of progress, and I've had so many requests to do this video and just share how I'm styling my hair. Thanks for watching my curly hair tutorial. I hope that it helps you manage your curls. Definitely check out the products that I mentioned, OrganiGrowHairCo, and simple things like argan oil, using a diffuser, using a microfiber towel. All of these things will help you to have non-frizzy, natural, curly hair that has bouncy curls, volume, and yeah, I hope that my tutorial was helpful for you guys, and make sure to